afraid I've always had the experience, if it can happen, will happen, it's something bad or whatever. And, you know, just like chimney projects and things like that. Things always come up, it seems like, lagoon systems or something. But we will be locked into this project, is that correct?
That's correct. If they fund it, which I think that's very doubtful.
Well, yeah,
But if
but let's
they do,
assume they do.
If
I
they
don't
do,
know before we can amend it.
I could amend if this application is for that site, and we need to
We
name
could go back and change it.
Not at this time, you can't.
If we get the money, there's no, you know, again, it's questionable whether we're gonna get the money or not.
Well, we may not. Let's just assume we do for the sake of discussion. And then you got these other problems there, and no money to solve them yet. And certainly, Leroy's probably in the worst shape of any school in the county as far as
We still
that
got our
main
bond
building.
money, Mr. Becker.
Sir?
We still got our bond money.
Well,
You're gonna put that with this, aren't you? You will. You cannot fill this much stuff without money.
oh, it's good, you're talking about that main building.
I know. And a library, and a science lab, and an auditorium, and 12 classrooms.
Oh, that's within that building.
That's what's
I understand that, but that's a lot of stuff.
Isn't that what the guy told us?
That's exactly what he told us. I don't have a problem with him coming in the director's board.
But when's this application due?
August 15th.
We gotta get it in.
I mean, if we were originally, to be honest with you, when Tim and I read this, we wasn't even gonna bring it to y'all, because it wasn't any need. You know, then after discussion, we said, well, we'll go ahead and make application, knowing full well we probably won't get it, okay? So that's where we are.
You can't miss what you don't have. Submit the application.
How much, what bond money do we hold?
We got 1.4.
Kind of help do with, buildings.
Well, we'll use that at the other school.
I mean, we, you know, to start off with, this was that interest-free loan. You know, it came available 60 days ago, something like that. You know, the other thought was to use some of that bond money maybe to correct some of that war issues over there, but you know, I don't know if y'all really want to do that or not.
I wouldn't put it down in an old building.
Let me
It's still an old building.
Listen, let me suggest, make a suggestion here. Let's go ahead and, let's just take the bond money that we were going to spend on Leroy, don't spend any of that over there. Do this thing. Or do, because you got Mary and Fruitdale. You know, those schools are falling down. McIntyre needs a cafeteria. I'm surprised that the board here had to close us up. But why don't we go, what would we have to do at least? See, right now we're looking at 1.5 to do Mary, Fruitdale, and Leroy. That's what we're looking at. And if we take this and do Leroy, then at least we would have the 1.5 to do their spend on the other project.
When's that money gonna be spent by?
I hadn't got a deadline on this stuff.
So I'm talking about
The bond money?
Yes.
I don't have a deadline. I don't know how long. There hadn't been anybody said anything, you've got to use this or you're just losing it.
well, the money that was used to, I guess it was chimney.
That was capital outlay money.
All this been used?
All of that money, well, I thought there was some money a couple of years ago that was set aside for some of those
But it was
things.
out of capital outlay.
Okay, but it never did, it was all used.
Well, it didn't quite cost what we thought it was going to cost to start with.
That's when we were gonna build some bathrooms at Leroy and Millry.
And old Fruitdale.
Well, I think Fruitdale got that.
If the bathrooms come in just outrageous on the other ones, we just sit there and held that money. until this year, and then we basically used that money on teacher salaries and things like that this year.
But now the bathrooms that we're gonna repair over Leroy,
It'll
in
take
that
care
old
of, it'll be in
building,
the old building.
then you don't, if you're gonna do this, you don't need to waste that money.
So if the governor declares probation, which is probably gonna happen, then anything that we're not using in capital outlay for the payment will be the only thing we'll be using in capital outlay for this year. We will in turn amend our budget again in the middle of the year and pick up teacher salaries and maintenance, everything else we can to use every bit of that, because we're gonna be lost of money on the foundation side. Not helping the facilities in,
And we're not voting to redo the building, we're voting to apply for the bond money.
make application.
Right.
But you gotta spend it on this
So you
project.
That's
are
what you're gonna
voting-
spend it
You
on.
are voting to.
Yeah, it's saying this
Yeah.
is gonna go with Leroy, and I don't oppose that. Leroy.
Well, the way I look at it, the state's gonna own the building either way, whatever, you know, they're gonna take it away from themselves. If it doesn't pay for it.
No, that's
well,
not the
if
issue,
it-
It's
if
the
you look
issue
at it,
with
last-
these other schools.
Since you said what you said, Lonnie, if you look at that number 5 on that second page, they're going to, we would have to sign a consent. They're gonna take that money before we get it.
Get it out of the foundation.
Well, they gonna get their money.
They're gonna get that money.
Correct. And I don't
If we were at $4 million, we spent on this gym, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, you
So,
would.
Mr. Massey, if you can get a $4 million school of that size, we're gonna do something else to get 2 more of them, sure.
Well, I don't remark that, I don't know how these other counties are doing it, but you drive around these other counties and you don't see very many of these 1935.
I'll tell you exactly how they're doing it, Mr. Massey. If you look at Choctaw County, they passed a referendum, several years ago, and they're using that to pay off those new buildings.
Plus, they only have 2 high schools.
I agree with that, I
Only
understand
two
that.
elementary schools.
Mobile County did the same thing a couple of years ago. Baldwin County has always, raised enough revenue down there. However, my understanding is they didn't qualify for this. That was one of the systems did not qualify for these bonds here.
Let me tell you another thing there too. Council told me this too. These school systems where you cannot get a tax passed by the entire system, they're looking at school districts. If, for an example, in the district that I represent, if I could get the people in that district to pass a tax to build a new school, you can do that, and it will not be used for the system. And I don't know how far that will go.
Problem with that, Dr. Thomas, is you're diluting your tax base when you go by district. And it'll take you 5 times as long then to raise the money to build a school or whatever you wanna do, or whatever the project is. I understand, and that's one of the, tax renewals that we just, passed last year, I believe it was last year before. The district, the system was split into 2 districts. It ran from north to south in the county. And that was one of the requirements for that ad valorem.